Hey guys, welcome back. Look what I got. Raider scooter. It's not working. My wife picked it up for 40 bucks. Something's going on in the rear motor. It's not working. It's getting hot. It was burning. It was smoking. Thinking the motor's probably burned up in it. Let's take it apart and take a look at it. Maybe we can do something with it. Maybe we can't. First thing we're going to do is we've already replaced the batteries because when we bought it from the gentleman, he thought it just needed batteries. So we put some new batteries in it. It ran 7 miles an hour, but you could just feel it really binding in the back. I did notice the rear nuts were loose when I got it, so I think he probably tried to attempt to do something back here with it. All the screws are missing in the hub. You can see how that's spinning around free. So, I'm thinking there's, he's had this apart or someone did. So let's take a look at what we can see on this. All right, so let's take this apart. Everything's underneath, all the wires and batteries. Underneath this, I don't know what we call this. I want to say seat, but it's not a seat. It's the hover where you put your feet and stand on it. Let me pull you down here so you can see the batteries. This is the battery pack. There's a screw on this side and a screw on this side that pulls it off pretty easy. This is the wire that we're going to yank out or unconnect. I'm going to say yank out. Let me see if I can get this so we can film this pretty good so you guys can see what's going on here. Alright, so we're going to disconnect the battery. Okay, these blue, yellow, and green wires all go to the motor and the back wheel. So we're going to disconnect that one and this yellow one. Then this black wire also goes to the motor in the rear. So that we disconnect those wires. Like I said, this red one here goes to the batteries, blue, yellow, and green, and this other wire goes to the rear motor. So as you can see, let me turn this way a little bit. This wire comes out the back and goes through here. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to take off the back tire. Now, when I first got this, these were loose, and these washers, if I can pull them off with my fat fingers, you can see there's this, like on the washer, there's this little nub. Let me see if you can see that okay. See if I'll focus on that little nub. See how it sticks up? That goes on here on the bottom in the groove underneath here, so that holds the wheel, and the wheel, the bolt sticking out is the axle, and it slides up in there, and then when you tighten it up, that holds the axle from spinning because the motor is inside here, and this is all electric motor basically, this whole wheel, and when it powers it, it spins the electric motor. So let me get a block to put this up so we can take the back tire off. Bear with me one second. Okay, so I took that off, and I'm going to feed this wire, pull the wire back through here a little bit. That pulls right back through there, and something that we can take that off with. No, I didn't break nothing. That was just a bolt coming off there that I had sitting on the ground. Okay, so what that does is that just kind of taps this electric motor, and if you could see or smell what I can, this is all burnt inside there. And you can see the burnt in here. It's burnt really bad. And you can see this is electric motor going around here. So let's try to see if we can't clean it up. And this is electronic cleaner. And actually, if you push down on this, see if I can get this to pop out. There, and that's the motor, or the windings of the electric motor. And you can see it's burnt. It's burnt in there, so we're not getting power to those. So there's looks like there's 3 of them that are shot, that are pretty bad. And you know, I'm gonna try something. Yeah, I don't know, but let me try something. So when I was a kid, I used to take a lot of things apart, and just to see how they work. And that's kind of helped me nowadays, I think, a little bit. But one thing I did when I took things apart, I try things. So we're going to try this. I got some dielectric grease. I think this is binding up. So this is special grease. If you don't know what dielectric grease is, you use it on your trailer connections on your car. It's just for connections. And I think this will help this spin around in there and give it some better contact. I don't know. Try it. See what happens. Put in the comments. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I screwing it up? See what happens. Okay, so we clean that up. Let's put this back on. And the screws were all missing out of here. I think there's 1 screw here. So we've got to find the air chuck, which this tire was completely flat. It looks like a couple of them screws were actually busted off inside there. All right. Let me see if I can get that. Get that started, see what happens. Oh, maybe this will get to work. We just want it to be able to see if we can run it. The motors are $135 online. When I was researching the motors earlier, which it comes the back wheel, these, for some reason, the C35 or the C35 is hard to find a motor for. They're out of stock, or just can't seem to find it. So So Razor's got one, $135, something like that. So my wife paid $40 for it, like I said. We've got $90 in a instead of batteries for it, because that's what the gentleman thought all it needed was batteries. And so you can see someone had already taken this out. I don't have any of these screws. See if I can at least get, there was 3 on one side, I thought. I had another screw here. Don't you know I lost my screw? Yeah. Way to go, Jim. Okay. So that screw is missing. It was just right here. But you know how things disappear when you're working on stuff. Okay. So let's pull this wire back in. So So you can see how that kind of fits on there in the shaft. I'm going to tip this kind of upside down. If I lose you out of camera sight for a second, just give me a minute. It's hard being the cameraman and the guy doing the work. I think that gives you a good shot right there. Okay. Oops. So we want to spin that. Spin that so that's over there. I want to pull that wire so it's not getting wound up in there. There. So remember, we put the washers on to make sure they're going the right direction, which goes in this little groove right there and there. And if you've ever taken a bicycle tire off, we're going to want to make sure that this is running pretty aligned in here so it's not rubbing on either side. So we're just going to want to make sure we tighten that up so that it's aligned perfectly. So really, when I get the new motor, it won't take long to fix it. It'd just be pulling those wires through and plugging everything back up. So let me stop the video, get the bike standing back up, and we'll get it ready to go that way. So bear with me. Okay, so real simple now. Let's plug them all back in. This is the motor, the wire from the motor. This is the battery wires right here. This is the light wire to the brake light in the back. So yellow to yellow, green to green, blue to blue. Now if you guys are watching this and you've done some other modifications to these, let me know what we can do. I'd like to soup it up. I mean, I thought about, hey, let's put a gear in the rear, chainsaw motor, or I have some other electric motors. Let me put a horse and a half on the back of this baby, see if we can, get it to go a little faster. But they say they do 12 miles an hour. When we put the new battery in it, all we could get was maybe 8 or 9, but you could really tell that that motor was hanging up because of those things. So we're going to plug the battery back in now. That should be the last thing we plug in. Okay. So we'll put all this back down here. Tuck these wires in so they're nice and in good shape. Take this cover. And like I said, this is simple. I mean, anyone could do this, really. Just a matter of, taking the time to figure it out. Well, I'll wait for 3 minutes trying to get that screw in there. And I'm missing one screw on this. Back here, it looks like it's broken, so whoever took it off before, it busted it up. So that's on there good. And what I'm going to do is, cut you off for a second. I'm going to readjust the camera and the scooter to see if we can get this thing to start spinning. Bear with me. Like I said, I don't think this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Let's power it up. Okay, we're powered up. Now when you're supposed to start spinning the wheel first, but I think it's so far gone that, yeah. All right. So here we go. We got this on, and you're supposed to push down the pedal when it goes. So let's see what we can get it to do. Yeah, I'm not getting nothing. That motor shot. You can feel it try, but at least the grease has helped it ride smoother. So if they wanted to ride it without, but I can't get nothing. No power. That's full throttle. Let's see if I can't get it picked up with the... Oh, there, let's try that. Pedal wasn't up all the way. Nope. When I get off it, you can... Let me try something. I'm probably 255. When I get off it, you can feel it really want to go. I'm trying to see if I can't pick up the back tire with it. Let me hold it. I got it in the air with the wheel running. Let me go put it back on the table. So I got it turning, but that's all we're getting out of it, and that's with no weight, nothing on it, 4 miles an hour. She's just gone. The grease is helping it. Before we couldn't get to go anywheres. Maybe if we would have got the grease to it before it burnt up. Who knows? But I guess I'll order a new wheel with the motor and we'll replace that. So we tried. Part about Jimmy rigging, sometimes it doesn't all work. Oh, there she goes. She's totally dying now. Yeah. She shot. Okay. Well, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but I got smoke coming out of there. So she's burning up pretty good. Maybe if I go around on the other side. Yeah, she's just burning up. So I'm going to disconnect the cover and disconnect the batteries. I don't need a fire out here in the garage. So as I do that, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know if you guys have worked on this. What modifications you done? What can I do to make it go faster? Do I buy this motor? Is there a bigger motor I can buy out of it? I'd like to see 20 miles an hour out of it. I doubt you ever will. Maybe it says it does 12. Maybe we can get 15 out of it. So let me know in the comments. This might be a fun little project to try to just upgrade differently. But at least we tried to figure out what's wrong with it. We know it needs a motor. So we'll get that ordered out and see what we can do. These run like $500 brand new. I think I've got $290 into it. So if we can get something decent running for $290, that's not bad. Again, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll catch you next time. Well, kind of frustrated I couldn't get you to see that scooter ride. So we're still going to ride a scooter. You can probably hear it running outside. Let me introduce you to my Harley. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me. This is my 2002 Harley Davidson Road King Screaming Eagle Special Edition. All factory. As much factory as I could keep it. The only thing that's not factory is the white wall tires on it. Let's go for a ride. It's a beautiful night. Gotta ride a scooter one way or another.